Imagine stepping outside into a world where the air hits you like a solid wall. The moment you open the door, a wave of icy wind rushes in, stealing your breath and making your eyes water. The cold is so intense, it feels almost physical, like an invisible force pressing against your skin, seeping through every layer of clothing. It's not just uncomfortable, it's a shock to your system, a reminder that here, nature is in charge. In Oymyakon, Siberia, the cold is a constant presence, shaping every part of life. This remote village, nestled deep in the Russian Far East, is known as the coldest inhabited place on Earth. Here, winter isn't just a season, it's a way of life. The temperature can plunge to -50 degrees Celsius or even lower, and the landscape is blanketed in snow for months on end. Every building, every street, every person is marked by the relentless cold. Your eyelashes freeze together in seconds, tiny icicles forming with every blink. Frost clings to your eyebrows and hair, and the simple act of breathing becomes a reminder of the extreme environment. Each exhale turns instantly to mist, swirling in the frigid air before vanishing. Even the moisture from your breath can freeze on your scarf or collar, creating a crust of ice that grows thicker with every step. Metal feels like it burns to the touch, a sensation so sharp it's almost painful. If you forget your gloves, even for a moment, your skin can stick to metal surfaces, risking frostbite. Glasses fog up and then freeze, sticking to your face and making it nearly impossible to see. Every object left outside is quickly encased in a layer of frost, transformed by the cold into something almost unrecognizable. Every moment outdoors is a calculated risk, with the world wrapped in icy silence. The snow muffles every sound, creating an eerie stillness that's both beautiful and intimidating. You move carefully, aware that a single misstep could mean a fall on the ice or a dangerous exposure to the elements. The silence is profound, broken only by the crunch of snow underfoot or the distant howl of the wind. The landscape seems frozen in time, with trees sparkling like diamonds. Sunlight glints off the frost, turning the world into a shimmering wonderland. Yet beneath this beauty lies a harsh reality. The cold is ever present, and the glittering ice is a constant reminder of the environment's dangers. Even the trees seem to groan under the weight of the snow, their branches heavy and brittle. Daylight is precious, lasting only a few hours, adding to the feeling of being in another world. The sun barely rises above the horizon, casting a pale golden light that quickly fades. People plan their days around these brief moments of brightness, knowing that darkness and cold will soon return. The short days make every task more urgent, every journey more challenging. Going from house to house requires serious preparation. It's a journey, not a walk. You must layer up with thick clothing, cover every inch of exposed skin, and check your supplies before stepping outside. Even a short trip can be dangerous if you're not properly equipped. Villagers move with purpose, always aware of the risks, always respecting the cold. Nature is in complete control, and humans must respect the power of the cold. Blizzards can sweep in without warning, reducing visibility to nothing and making travel impossible. The wind howls through the village, rattling windows and doors, reminding everyone that survival here depends on caution and respect for the elements. The locals call the sound of freezing breath the whisper of the stars. It's a poetic name for a phenomenon that's both beautiful and haunting. The soft crackle of moisture turning to ice in the air, a sound you can only hear in the world's coldest places. It's a reminder that even your own body is transformed by the cold. Every day is a lesson in survival, a test of will and knowledge. Chopping wood, hauling water, and tending to animals are not just chores. They are essential acts that keep families alive. The community works together, sharing resources and wisdom passed down through generations. In Oymyakon, survival is a collective effort, and every task is performed with care and precision. Your life depends on making the right choices, from clothing to movement. The wrong boots, a forgotten scarf, or a careless step can have serious consequences. People learn from a young age how to dress, how to walk, and how to recognize the signs of frostbite or hypothermia. In this environment, knowledge is as important as courage. This is the chilling reality of Oymyakon, the coldest inhabited place on Earth. Here, every day is a battle against the elements, and every moment is a testament to human resilience. In this frozen world, life endures, not in spite of the cold, but because of the strength and spirit of those who call it home. Oymyakon lies deep within the Sakha Republic, a vast and sparsely populated region of Siberia. This tiny settlement is one of the most remote inhabited places on Earth, surrounded by endless stretches of taiga and tundra. Reaching Oymyakon is no small feat. It's a journey into the heart of the coldest permanently inhabited region on the planet. The adventure begins in Yakutsk, a city famous for its own bone-chilling winters. From there, travelers embark on a 2-day trek along the infamous Road of Bones, a highway built by Gulag prisoners during Stalin's era. The road is often blanketed in snow and ice, winding through desolate forests and frozen rivers, with temperatures that can plummet to -50 degrees Celsius. Oymyakon itself is nestled in a narrow valley, hemmed in by rugged mountains on all sides. These mountains act like a natural barrier, trapping the frigid air and preventing it from escaping, which only intensifies the cold. The unique geography creates a phenomenon called temperature inversion. Cold, dense air sinks into the valley and gets stuck, while warmer air sits above. This inversion can last for days or even weeks, causing temperatures to remain brutally low and making Oymyakon one of the coldest places on Earth. Adding to the chill, Oymyakon is located far from any ocean or sea. There are no warm currents or breezes to soften the climate. The nearest coastline is hundreds of kilometers away, so the village is left exposed to the full force of Siberia's continental cold. Despite the extreme cold, the village's name, Oymyakon, means non-freezing water. This curious name comes from a nearby thermal spring that never freezes, even in the harshest winter. For centuries, this spring has been a vital resource for people and animals alike, a rare spot of warmth in a frozen world. The ground beneath Oymyakon is locked in permafrost, frozen solid to depths of up to 1,500 meters. This makes construction incredibly difficult. Foundations must be specially designed to withstand shifting ice, and even simple tasks like digging a hole can be a monumental challenge. Farming is nearly impossible, so residents rely on hunting, fishing, and raising hardy livestock. The only road in and out is the Kolyma Highway, better known as the Road of Bones. In winter, it becomes a treacherous ribbon of ice where vehicles risk breaking down far from help. The road's grim history and harsh conditions are a constant reminder of the region's isolation. Life here demands self-reliance and resilience. Villagers must chop wood, repair their homes, and stockpile supplies to survive the long, dark winters. Community ties are strong, as everyone depends on each other to face the relentless cold and isolation. On the map, Oymyakon is just a tiny dot lost in the vast frozen expanse of Siberia. But for those who call it home, it's a place of remarkable endurance, where people have learned to thrive against all odds in one of the harshest environments on Earth. Oymyakon, a remote village deep in the heart of Siberia, is infamous for its bone-chilling cold. In January, the average temperature plunges to a staggering -50 degrees Celsius, making it one of the most inhospitable places on the planet. The cold here is not just a number, it's a force that shapes every aspect of daily life. For months on end, the air outside is colder than the inside of your freezer. The frost creeps into every corner, and the world seems frozen in time. Even the simplest tasks, like stepping outside, become a challenge. In these temperatures, a banana left outside will freeze solid in just a few minutes, turning as hard as a rock. Everyday objects become brittle and fragile, and even metal can snap if handled carelessly. A wet t-shirt, exposed to the open air, stiffens and freezes in mere seconds, standing upright as if made of cardboard. The cold is relentless, and nothing escapes its grip. The record low here is an almost unimaginable -67.7 degrees Celsius, a temperature so extreme that it can kill unprotected skin in moments. Oymyakon proudly displays this record, a testament to the village's endurance. This is the coldest permanently inhabited place on Earth, where people have learned to adapt and survive in conditions that would drive most of us indoors for good. Winter here is not a season, it's a way of life. It stretches from October all the way to April, with temperatures rarely climbing above -40 degrees. The landscape is blanketed in snow for most of the year, and the sun offers little warmth. In these brutal conditions, frostbite is a constant threat. Exposed skin can freeze in just a few minutes, and people must bundle up in layers of clothing to protect themselves from the biting wind and icy air. Despite the cold, life goes on. Children walk to school bundled in thick coats and fur hats, and classes are only cancelled when the temperature drops below -55 degrees Celsius, a threshold that would close schools anywhere else in the world. Yet, for a few short weeks each year, summer arrives and transforms the landscape. Temperatures can soar above 30 degrees Celsius, melting the snow and bringing a burst of life and color to the village. Oymyakon experiences one of the greatest temperature ranges on Earth, with swings of over 100 degrees between the depths of winter and the height of summer. The brutal winter is more than just a backdrop. It's a defining force that shapes the character and resilience of Oymyakon's people, forging a community that thrives against all odds. Surviving in Oymyakon requires constant vigilance and clever adaptation. Cars are left running all day to prevent freezing. Buildings have water and sewage pipes above ground to avoid freezing. Houses are built on stilts to prevent permafrost melting. Burying the dead involves thawing the ground with bonfires. Power outages are life-threatening, as heating systems would fail. Electronics must be protected from the cold, with phones kept inside clothing. It's a world where modern technology struggles against ancient cold. Farming is impossible in Oymyakon, so the diet relies on meat and fish. A high-protein, high-fat diet is essential for survival. Local cuisine includes reindeer and horse meat, and stroganina, raw frozen fish. Wild berries and organ meats provide essential vitamins. The local market operates in the deep freeze, with frozen fish and meat. The people of Oymyakon thrive on a diet dictated by the cold, showcasing human adaptability. In Oymyakon, dressing for the cold is a serious process. Layering is key, with thermal underwear, wool mid-layers and fur or down parkas. Fur is essential for survival, not fashion. Ushanka hats and anti boots protect against frostbite. Every inch of skin must be covered to prevent frostbite. Dressing and undressing is a ritual to avoid overheating and freezing. The people of Oymyakon have mastered the art of dressing for extreme cold. Despite the cold, Oymyakon has a strong sense of community. Neighbors help each other, sharing supplies and support. The village has a school, post office, bank and shops, serving as social hubs. Children learn to respect the cold and stay safe. Community events like the Cold Pole Festival celebrate the region's unique culture. Oymyakon is a symbol of human endurance, where people thrive in one of the world's most inhospitable environments.